Now, years ago, I downloaded a free ebook entitled Magnetic Headlines from Copyblogger. Y'all, this single resource has revolutionized my writing life. This is a quote from that free resource. It said, on average, 8 out of 10 people will read your headline copy, but only 2 out of 10 will read the rest. Yikes. Remember, every element of compelling copy has just one purpose. And that purpose is to get the next sentence read, and then the next sentence read after that, and so on, all the way down to the call to action, or CTA. This is what you want them to do. Subscribe. Hey sis, welcome to the Entrusted Women Podcast, a one-point podcast created to equip Christian women communicators of color. Every episode focuses on a single point to equip you in one of 4 areas: purpose, writing, speaking, and business. Along the way, I will share stories, lessons, tips, mistakes, and real-time experiences that I am learning on my journey as a Christian woman communicator of color. Now, let's dive into episode 23. Today's point is, you only have seconds to grab and hold the attention of your audience, so make sure your title hooks the reader. Now, have you ever sat and watched people on their phones? Typically, they scroll and scroll and scroll, and every now and then they might stop and tap and read, myself included. I'm assuming that as people scroll, they are scanning and skimming until something piques their interest. This is why we need to have compelling titles. The title needs to be strong enough to stop us mid-scroll and make us want to keep reading. You probably already know the statistics about our short attention span being shorter and shorter than a goldfish, but I think it should be said again. According to Time magazine, the average attention span for the notoriously ill-focused goldfish is 9 seconds. But according to a new study from Microsoft Corporation, people now generally lose concentration after 8 seconds, which means you're probably not even paying attention to what I'm saying, thus highlighting the effects of an increasingly digitized lifestyle on the brain. But there are things that we do pay attention to, like Netflix and Disney Plus. And so the challenge for the writer is to somehow tap into the human psyche and figure out what people would be willing to give their time and attention to. There is a great deal of psychology involved in writing and speaking and selling that we need to be using. When it comes to titles, they matter for several reasons. I'm going to give you a few. One reason is search engine optimization, or SEO. The words in your title play a big role in determining how high a search engine will rank your post. This means when people go searching for topics via Google, you want your article or your video or your podcast, for that matter, to rank high, and this is directly correlated to your title. Another reason would be you want your title to instantly solve a problem for people, because people are looking for a quick fix to solve their problems that they are having in life. Like, what am I going to fix for dinner? So they turn to Google and they look for an article or a video with a compelling title that effectively communicates, hey, girlfriend, I can help you. Click now. This is the reality. If people keep scrolling past our titles, that might mean that our titles are not resonating with them. They may not deem clicking worth their time. They may not feel like we're going to solve their problem. Another reason that titles are important is that we need them to persuade, convince, and in some cases entice them to keep on reading. So I think we can all agree that titles are important, but let's talk about a few tricks of the trade that we can use to make our titles compelling. Yes. Now, years ago, I downloaded a free ebook entitled Magnetic Headlines from Copyblogger. Y'all, this single resource has revolutionized my writing life. This is a quote from that free resource. It said, on average, 8 out of 10 people will read your headline copy, but only 2 out of 10 will read the rest. Yikes. Remember, every element of compelling copy has just one purpose. And that purpose is to get the next sentence read, and then the next sentence read after that, and so on, all the way down to the call to action, or CTA. This is what you want them to do. Subscribe to my email list, purchase my product, join my Facebook group, be in my tribe. So it's fairly obvious that if people stop at the headline, you're already dead in the water. The better your headline, the better the odds of beating the averages and getting what you've written read by a larger percentage of people. This is what we want. So, what are some practical ways that we can get people to keep reading? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can implement today, girl, if you want to make your titles more compelling. Okay, tip number 1, do a keyword search. You want to know what words people are using when they research a topic you are writing or speaking about in a YouTube video or a podcast. So just do a Google search. Try to incorporate the words that you see over and over again in the top results inside of your title. This will impact your SEO. Tip number 2, use a title that highlights a benefit for the audience. If they read your post, here are some of the examples. Earn an extra $1K a month. Yeah. Or rid yourself of toxic relationships. These are titles that offer benefits to the reader. Another tip is to make how-to titles. This is the information age, and people want to know how to do things quick and easy to make their lives easier. So give your readers a promise inside of your title. How to cook a healthy meal in 30 minutes. Sign me up. How to get everything done on your to-do list. Yes, girl. Another tip is to use numbers. 7 ways to burn unwanted belly fat. 10 ways to make your toddler eat their vegetables. 5 ways to improve your marriage. Yes. Another tip is to use the word secret. Everyone wants to know a secret. 7 secrets of highly successful leaders. 5 secrets of great marriages. 10 secrets of effective communication. Do you see how the word secret makes you feel like you are getting the inside scoop that we all want? This is how your reader will feel as they don't skip your title. And the final tip that I'm sharing with you is to use a simile. A simile compares 2 or more unlike things, and it uses like or as. For example, make decisions like a CEO. Speak for pay like a pro. Cook for your family like a master chef. When it comes to creating compelling titles, the possibilities are endless. It will require us to tap into the minds of the people that we are trying to reach, aka our target audience. But with a little work, we can create compelling titles every single time. Hey sis, if you are a communicator, writing or speaking, and you desire to be effective, not just do it, but be effective, you may feel like this is an overwhelming task. Girlfriend, it is. This is why I created a 7-question quiz to help you figure out where you need to start. So I want to encourage you to take my Effective Communicator quiz to gain clarity on your communicator journey. Simply click the link in the description section of this video or podcast. Additionally, if you are interested in connecting with other like-minded writers and speakers, I want you to join our free community of entrusted women that are focused on determining the message that we have been entrusted with and the intentional purpose purpose that God created us for. Amen, girl. Join me next week as we talk about how to be invited back as a speaker.